Coming up, we're going to dig into a subject I know absolutely nothing about. Tarot cards. The Unscrewed Mind. Welcome back to The Unscrewed Mind. I'm Matt Williams, and today I'm going to attempt to do an intro to tarot card reading in 5 minutes or less. What these cards are, how they're interpreted, the overall art of deriving meaning from cards with pictures has always been a mystery to me, so I'm excited to see what it's all about. First, let's do a brief history, which is something that I learned from my extensive research done through Googling tarot cards and clicking on the Wikipedia link that came up. Tarot cards were originally a game that was developed and played in the 15th century in various parts of Europe. And it wasn't until the 18th century that people started using tarot cards for things like divination, fortune telling, or cartomancy, which cartomancy sounds like a super mysterious thing, but it's really just a fancy word for card reading. There are a ton of tarot card decks out there, but in preparation for this YouTube video, I just went down to Barnes & Noble and paid $25 for this bad boy, the Rider Tarot deck, and this is what I'm going to be using to do my first ever tarot card reading today. A little bit about standard tarot decks. There are 78 cards total. The major arcana are 22 cards, and when interpreting the cards, these will represent larger themes of your life or energies that are present. The minor arcana are the remaining 56 cards, which are separated into 4 suits. The minor arcana generally point to events, people, and issues that make up everyday life. So you need to think about the details here. These cards are separated into 4 suits: cups, swords, pentacles, and wands. All of them have king, queen, knight, page, 10 through 2, and an ace, each with its own meaning by itself and multiple meanings depending on what cards it's paired with and whether it's upside down or right side up. When you're reading the cards, you arrange them in a formation that's called a spread. The booklet that came with my tarot card deck highlighted the Celtic spread, but it looked really difficult, and I only have less than 5 minutes to get this intro out. So instead, today we're going to do a single card and then a 3-card spread. Obviously, there's a science behind capturing what I'm saying, but also capturing what's going on with the cards. So you're just going to have to forgive the setup for today. It's a little rough, but all we're trying to do is get a point across. So when you're doing a tarot card reading, there's a couple things that you need to start with. First, obviously, you need a deck. I've got one. Since I had separated it out earlier so that I could show each and every one of the cards, I've already done a little bit of shuffling. But once you have your deck, the next thing you want to do is find a quiet place where you can obviously do your tarot card reading and not be disturbed. I'm downstairs in my office because this is just where I spend all of my time. Once you found your quiet place and you're totally prepared to do this reading, got your incense lit, got your oils applied, your crystals out, now we want to focus on our question or intention. What do we want the cards to tell us today? And my question that I want an answer for is, what does this week have in store for me? With that question or that intention on your mind, now we want to shuffle the cards. For shuffling, obviously there's no wrong way to do it, but you want to do it in a way where you can't see what cards are coming. And the whole time you're shuffling, keep that question or intention on your mind. Now that I've got everything shuffled, I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck and then pull my card off the top. What? My card is obviously the 4 of Swords. And the first thing you want to do once you flip your card is take a moment to scan it and see kind of right off the bat what jumps off the card at you or what impression you get right away. And for me, looking at this card, I mean, it seems like this guy is sleeping or resting, maybe praying. I'm not sure where he might be at, maybe in a place of solitude or, a church, possibly because of the picture that's on the wall. Not 100% sure. So what you do from here is grab your book, and this will tell you what the card means. And essentially, the 4 of Swords is the effigy of a knight in the attitude of prayer. a full length upon his tomb. So for divinatory meetings, vigilance, retreat, solitude, exile. I've also got like this tarot card thing that I found online. It's like a cheat sheet. And this basically says that 4 cards represent the need for rest or a break period in your life. And then the swords represent the air element. So you need to trust, think, and communicate. And based on everything that's been going on in my life this week, or that's been on my mind, I feel like I'm at a point where I could go a lot of different ways. And this card is telling me that I need to take a moment to rest, take a break, and think about kind of what the next steps in my life are, and make sure that I am going about it the right way, or communicating properly the things that I want to get done or see done in my life. This next reading, we're going to do a 3-card spread. And the goal of this one is to find out, or the question that's on my mind is, what do I need to start? What do I need to stop? And what do I need to continue doing in my life? So I'm going to shuffle these cards up one more time. I'm going to cut them, flip them this way, that way, every way. And then I'm going to do 3. I'll attempt to do 3 equal size piles. I don't know that it matters because I don't do this for a living. So we got 3 equal size piles. So this is going to be what I need to start. This is what I need to be this is going to be what I need to stop. And this will be what I need to continue. So without further ado, let's flip over the cards. Okay, so we have a 9 of Cups, upside down, Ace of Wands, upside down, and then Wheel of Fortune, upside down. In all honesty, I don't know what this means, so I'm going to consult the book again real quick and find out what each one of these cards might mean for what I want to stop, what I want to start. Start, stop, continue. Start, stop, continue. So as we break down this 3-card spread and exactly what it means to me, let's go quickly through which cards we got. So on the start pile, I got the 9 of Cups, upside down or reversed. On the stop pile, I got the Ace of Wands, upside down or reversed. And then on the continue pile, I got the Wheel of Fortune, reversed. Now, what's interesting is that, and obviously I don't know any of this from memory, so I looked all this up. The 9 of Cups, the 9 in any suit has to do with things coming to fruition. So for me, I need to start allowing all these projects, all these things that I have going on in my life that I've started. I need to start allowing these projects to come to completion. I think in a lot of ways I'm kind of standing in the way of that, or I'm dragging my feet, and it's time to start letting those things get to the finish line. For the stop pile, the Ace of Wands has a lot to do with starting new endeavors, or the beginning of new inventions or adventures. The thing is, since it's upside down, it also can represent the fact that these new endeavors will fail, or it could lead to ruin. But for me, I think since it's on the stop pile, it tells a lot about the fact that I have these inspirations and these new projects that I want to get started. I need to stop worrying about whether or not these endeavors are going to fail. I know I'm really connecting the dots here. And on the last one, for the Wheel of Fortune, this is on the continue pile. And the Wheel of Fortune is interesting because when it's reversed, it could mean that things are going to take a turn for the worse for me. It could also, for me, I think means that I'm breaking a lot of the negative cycles that have gotten me to this point. I'm becoming a better person day by day. And since it's on the continue pile, I need to continue breaking these negative cycles. And when the Wheel of Fortune is upside down, it means abundance. So obviously the things that I'm doing are leading me to the abundant life that I want to live, or that life has in store for me. So that's breaking down my 3-card tarot spread. This has been tarot in 5 minutes or less, but really there's no way that this is going to be less than 5 minutes. So you're just going to have to forgive me. This was a great experience. Very interesting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you on the next video. The Unscrewed Mind.